Всем привет, дорогие подписчики, с вами Долларовый, и мы продолжаем проходить Fallout 4. И вот мы недавно убили этого Келога. Убили и похер. Так, ну пойдемте дальше по миссии. Нам надо вроде что-то там, я уже не помню. Просто уже неделя прошла, прошу меня простить, если вы внезапно думаете, что я что-то там забыл. Я действительно что-то там забыл. Но это не важно. Я несу всякую херню, лишь бы просто вам было не скучно. Да, типа так говорят лучше. Ну, летсплеер что-то говорит. Но это не важно. Так, и вот. Тогда их я посмотрим. Я сейчас посмотрю. Инфо. Поговорить. А, с Пайпер. Нам надо с Пайпер поговорить, да. В Даймонд Сити вернуться, поговорить с Пайпер. Ага. Угу. Все, мы с вами открыли эту дверку. Пошли. А сейчас нам надо переместиться in Diamond City. В смысле? Недоступно. Как так? Ну, типа Поч. Я же на улице. We are Brotherhood of Steel. Ух ты ж, ё-моё. Чё? Военная частота, ну хоть что давайте. Вот это жахнуло. Говорить. Так, ну мы хоть... Сейчас-то можем уже? Да. А я не понял, а кто-то прилетел? Это прилетел кто? Институт, Brotherhood of Steel. Типа они что-то говорили, не бойтесь, мы Brotherhood of Steel. Мы норм, а вы нет. Так, газета Diamond City, общественное событие. Супермолот, огромный молот, усиленный реактивным двигателем и способен нести врагу огромный урон. Неплохо. Так, а куда нам? Нам сюда. Diamond Cities. Давай, Пейпер, говори нам, что ты знаешь.
Well, Nikki Valentine walks into my office for a change.
What can I say, Piper? You, me, and hard luck all seem to run together like acid rain down an old sewer.
You, including your client here in that analogy? So, you two are finally letting me in on this little case of yours. What's the story?
Нужна помощь.
We need help, Piper. This man named Kellogg kidnapped my son. But that wasn't all. He was working with the Institute. He gave them Sean.
The Institute. Oh boy. I've been investigating these creeps for over a year now. The Commonwealth's boogeyman. Feared and hated by everyone.
True enough.
Sometimes they snatch people in the middle of the night, and sometimes they leave old synths behind to remind us that they're out there, but...
Значит, институт что-то готовит. Они же людей-то забирают.
Exactly. But there's one person who has to know, right? The guy who just handed them Sean.
Ну, он умер.
Huh.
that would have had access, in and out.
But we both know that angle isn't going to work.
Because he's dead.
So, a murderer and a kidnapper gets his brains blown out by an avenging parent. Huh. Be a great ending if we didn't still have the biggest mystery in the Commonwealth to solve.
He wasn't going to talk. Even if I had a way of bringing him in alive.
Gets his brains blown out. Huh. His brains. You know, we may not need the man at all.
You're talking crazy here, Nick. Got a fault in the old subroutines?
Look, there's a place in Good Neighbor called the Memory Den. Relive the past moments in your mind as clear as the day
Добро
they
соседствие. А мы там миссии, кстати, уже выполняли.
Anyone could get a dead brain to sing. It'll be Dr. Amari, the mind behind the memories.
Хорошая мысль.
I hope you're right, Nick.
Let's see. I guess we're gonna need a piece of Kellogg's brain. Enough gray matter to bring to Amari and find out if this is going to work.
Jesus, Nick. Gross. Seriously?
I know it's grisly, but what choice do we have? We got no leads, nothing. That old Merc's brain just might have all the secrets we need to know.
Ну, Валентайн намного прав.
Actually, I think I already have something. Kellogg had this thing attached to his head.
Cybernetics, huh? We may have just won the lottery.
Whether we're riding this crazy brain train or not, we can't all go running across the Commonwealth, so who's coming with you?
I have to go to the memory den either way, if I'm going to introduce you to Amari. But if you want to head there together, just say so.
I'll head out with Piper. We'll meet you there, Nick.
Sounds good. You two stay out of trouble. Don't worry. We're gonna get your boy back.
Так, мы получили ачивочку и сделали миссию, получили уровень. Прекрасно. Значит, сейчас нам надо добрососедство, правильно же? Хорошо, что я сделал этот киберимплант. Интересно, это уже потом развивалось, или мне пришлось бы вернуться обратно? Погодите, это что? А было похоже, как будто, знаете, из этого обелиска из Dead Space. Господи, аж страшно стало. Рексфорд добрососедство когда-то был центром торговли препаратами, а теперь превратился в обычную ночлежку. А какими препаратами он торговал? Психотропными? Если вы понимаете, о чем я.
Good neighbor, huh? You looking to get stoned or stabbed?
Да. Этот дом воспоминаний. А, вот этот? Да мы здесь уже были, нас здесь уже все знают. Мы уже хорошие здесь люди. Так. Ой, это что за Мадонна тут сидит, блин?
Amari's downstairs, you big flirt.
Погнали. Тудум, 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 тудум. Кстати, а если я пошел бы в одиночку, типа Пайпер пришла бы сюда или нет? Ух ты, какая тут лаборатория. Это напоминает то, что в третьей части было.
We need your help, Doctor. I need the memories from a man named Kellogg.
Вот опять вспомнил, что я из подземки.
I know it's asking for a miracle, Amari, but you've pulled off the impossible before.
Are you too mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse, you don't realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
Помогите нам.
Please. Nick told me you're the only one who can make this work.
Ну, такие добрые.
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
Держите.
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait. That's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Продолжайте.
Go on, Doctor.
Mr. Valentine is an older generation synth. But Institute technology being what it is...
Значит, в Валентайна вставить хотят этот мозг?
fit him.
Блин, что-то мне как-то...
An incredible risk to take. We're talking about wiring something to his brain.
Don't worry about me, Amari. I'm well past the warranty date anyway.
Спасибо,
I
Ник.
appreciate this, Nick.
You can thank me when we've found your son. All right, let's do this.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine. Just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here.
Так, давайте выключу это радио пока.
Need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
Когда он успел это зашифровать-то, мне просто интересно.
Tell me you have a way past this, Doc.
Let me think. The encryption is too strong for a single mind. But what if we use two? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
Приступим.
All right. Let's get started.
Just
Там
sit
уже
down
ошибка
over
была, что
there
произойдете.
and keep your fingers crossed.
See you on the other side.
Узнаем секретики Валентайна, что он там делал по жизни. Please stand by. Такая... Телевизор же не красит. Такая краска, как будто, знаете, просто валиком так вот покрасили.
Migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on.
Ну что, готовы, подписчики? Посмотреть, какие воспоминания, что они, как они были. Пока белый экран мы видим. До сих пор еще белый экран. Опять белый экран.
Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location. There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find.
Прикольно придумали, прям мне уже нравится. И чё? Так, где?
Remember, you are experiencing these memories as Kelog. This may prove disorienting at first.
Это, конечно, знакомая уже вещь.
People are always hoping for something better. They usually end up with something worse. Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but she
Он
loved
уже
me,
родился после
in her way.
атомной войны этой.
and she protected me from Dad. That cost her more than a few beatings. I never knew what happened to her after I left. I didn't want to know. Not then. Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did. Don't know why Mom was with him. Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole.
What a joke. What's it mean, Mom?
Nothing, Connie.
I was such a dummy back then. What did I know about how the world worked?
Крог на кону у меня
I
лежит.
think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have. Instead, I ended up running away. I told myself I wanted to find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR and all their rules.
НКР, по-моему, Новая
I
Калифорнийская
was running from the
Республика.
guilt of not protecting her from Dad. Yeah, it doesn't matter now, though.
People like to talk and hope someone else is going to keep them safe.
Teacher at school said the NCR would bring back the good old days. Like before the big war.
Don't you listen to that twaddle. I'm going to stop singing you if that's what they're teaching you.
Where the fuck did you put?
This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for. There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There. Try that one.
Идем. Я, кстати, думал, что это шоу сначала. Мелкий только. Сара.
I was the worst thing that ever happened to her. If she'd
Женщина,
never
что ли?
met me, she'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living. Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer.
Значит, она умерла, да?
The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it.
Ну, возможно.
Focus on the petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand. That's what happiness felt like.
Кстати, в этом я
It's
с ним
gonna be
согласен.
fine. You'll see.
But we don't know anybody here. And now, with the baby?
Come on, Sarah, you gotta give it a chance. Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her.
Какой он пластиковый этот
Not
ребенок.
for 1 second. I finally got steady work with a good outfit. Nothing like that in the NCR.
Let's keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
Так. Так, извиняюсь, меня тут немножко отвлекли. Поехали дальше. Путешествие по сознанию этого Келога. Как говорится, злодеями не становятся. Я никак не могу оправдать, что он злодей.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
I found another memory to try. I'll connect you.
Значит, убили какие-то ублюдки его детей. Ну, как говорится, если он никого не убивал, то его бы его семью бы никто не трогал. А так, конечно, его можно оправдать, что вот он такой плохой, там детство, все дела. Ну, как же нормально люди вырастают.
Mind if we sit down?
Suit yourself. I didn't care where I was going. Ended up mostly wandering east. Getting as far away from San Francisco as I could, maybe.
Значит, он ушел.
There's always someone
Из
who
Калифорнии.
wanted someone else dead. Sometimes just roughed up, but dead was usually what they wanted. Sometimes they thought they could cheat me. That was usually only when I first arrived somewhere. Didn't matter to me. They just took it as part of the job. A little extra thrown in for free. I always got paid in the end. One way or another. There was always a job for someone like me. Didn't matter what it was. Didn't matter who I was supposed to kill. I got pretty good at it.
So,
I don't remember much from that time. It all kind of blends together. There was almost always a bar, though. That's universal.
Наверное, он был несчастливым человеком.
I hear you'll take care of people's problems.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
Простите, пожалуйста. А вот и оно, да? Институт.
I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
So, you're with the Institute. I wanted to see for myself if you really existed.
We do, as you can see.
You heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute. But I figured they were just a convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened.
Какие-то очень старые синты, видите?
They were real, all right. They didn't know anything about operating on the surface. Relied on their synths for everything. They had the resources I needed, and I had the expertise they needed. Turned into a permanent arrangement, which suited me just fine. What do you want? The first synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that good. But the Institute could always make more, and kept making them better each time.
Да,
They
видите,
still
здесь
give
еще
me the
такое.
creeps, but you have to get used to them if you want to work with the Institute.
Движок какой-то такой прикольный.
It's come to my attention that you've been rather
I finally ended up in the Commonwealth. I kinda ran out of road. Plus, I'd come to terms with life. I wasn't gonna be stupid enough to get mixed up with caring about other people again. It was just me against the world. And the world had it coming. The first synths weren't all that
Ну это
impressive.
уже,
I'm good, but I'm not that good.
Ну и
But
послушай
the
этот
Institute
диалог.
could always make more, and kept making them better each time. They still give me the creeps, but you have to get used to them if you want to work with the Institute.
of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
Платите
I'm
мне.
working for you. There's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B748, initiate.
System off.
Impressive. We may have something to talk about after all.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something. We're running out of brain here. There's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
Вот она.
Manual override initiated. Cryogenic stasis suspended.
Vault computers are still working. That's good.
The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me.
Зараженный дегенерат.
But they needed me. And I made sure they knew it.
Hopefully it's all...
Just... I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. I didn't know then who it was we were grabbing from the vault. Of course, neither did they. Not really.
Find it. Pod C6.
Big heads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. They needed me, and I made sure they knew it. I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but I never like to. Yeah, I guess it did remind me of her. Yeah, I'm a cold-hearted bastard for sure, but still human. Better this way, though. Better than taking her kid and leaving her alive.
Ну, C6 в конце коридора, вот оно.
I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but I never knew why we didn't just refreeze the rest of them. But we had our orders.
Старик.
Guess the old man didn't want so many loose ends. Too bad he left alive the one person he shouldn't have.
Это наш, что ли? Запасной подопытный.
Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving him alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better. But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller, even if he somehow got thawed out.
Nah,
At least I know those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too. If he could take me out, they won't be able to hide from him for long.
Смогла. Он смогла преодолеть. Вторая ошибка. Мы стучимся.
Is it over? Are we okay?
Almost. Everything's going to be fine.
Come here. Come here, baby.
No, no. I've got him.
Let the boy go. I'm only going to tell you once.
I'm not giving you son.
God damn it.
GG.
Get the kid out of here and let's go. At least we still have the backup.
Cryogenic sequence reinitialized.
Так, ну и... А дальше мы уже не знаем, что там было.
I'm almost finished, Kellogg. I just need to confirm. Come on. All right, we're good.
I'm sorry you had to go through that again. I found another intact memory. Whenever you're ready.
Ну, погнали. Какой-то гараж.
Is that your son? This appears to be a very recent memory. So, good news, I think.
This whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up. Wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid.
А,
Like
ну
a
да, это
happy
тот
little
дом.
family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long.
Ну вот, хотя бы мы нашли, где...
Kellogg. It's okay. The new breed of synths could easily pass as human. Some of them did.
Новые
But the
синты.
coursers, they weren't built to blend in. They were killing machines, pure and simple. Smarter, stronger, and faster than almost any real human. I'm just glad they were always on my side. One of these days, you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
И те башку отстреливают.
My exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the institute.
Left?
Ученый?
As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
Давай, толкайся больше.
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Ки-6-8.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
Да, конечно, пошлите. Как выйти-то? Ага. Так. Так, извиняюсь, отвлекают. Отвлекают батю. Батя записывать хочет. А батя отвлекает. Ну вот, мы вышли уже из этого криогенного сна, или как он там называется. Да нет, двигаемся нормально. А где Валентайн?
I'm okay, doctor. Thank you.
That's good. But I want you to keep monitoring yourself. We have to be sure there's no long-term damage. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
Телепортация.
We got what we needed. The Institute uses teleportation to get in and out.
Yes. Their greatest secret has finally been revealed. But that only leads to more questions.
Надо сказать, К-68, и мы готовы к телепортации.
That scientist Kellogg was supposed to track down. Virgil, we need to find him.
You're right. A rogue Institute scientist could answer all kinds of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That doesn't make sense. No one goes there.
Что такое сидящееся море, интересно? Я его найду.
If we need to find Virgil, then I'm going after him.
If you're going to go, be prepared. You'll need some way to combat the radiation there. It's called the glowing sea.
У нас есть защитный костюм.
I'll find a way to get through the rads. Don't worry.
Good luck. And be safe. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Remove the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
Давайте вот... Ну, что, дорогие подписчики, на этом заканчивается серия. Что будет дальше, мы узнаем в скором времени. А так, подписывайтесь на канал, ставьте лайки. До скорых встреч. Пока.